Guys, and welcome to another Mad Chili video. Today we're doing some more landing challenge. This is episode number 4 today, and we're going to be landing in Toronto, Canada. We're going to be taking the TBM 930 over to Toronto City Centre Airport. Here in the centre of Toronto. So I'll go ahead and click fly, load it. So the plan here, we're going to be heading in over the bay, or whatever it is, by the looks of it. So I'm not familiar with Toronto, so at about 110 knots, and then making a little turn onto final approach. Final approach speed today about 85 knots, so should be pretty interesting. I am flying with my Thrustmaster USB joystick, and thank you guys for the support on all the videos I've been posting lately. Particularly a few weeks back. Obviously this is actually the first time recording a video after I've released these videos, because I'm actually recording these quite a lot in advance. Yeah, thank you for the great support on the on some of my tutorials for this sim. One of them has hit 270 views in about 3.5 days, which is pretty nuts. So I'm very, very happy with that. I hope you guys are really enjoying it, and so you guys also enjoyed my review of this Thrustmaster USB joystick. As I said, it is absolutely amazing when you consider it's Thrustmaster's newest joystick with a throttle is currently 140, and the one coming out at the end of September, that'll be 150. So for £28, say no more. I bought it. It's pretty excellent, really, isn't it? And I said I've used it for a good few episodes now, a good few videos, and it is pretty good. So we've loaded it in. Honestly, this patch that was meant to come out on the 27th, it's been delayed. I'm not particularly happy about that, but never mind. So now on the 31st of August, it still isn't here, which is when I'm recording this. Bit of stuff going to be loaded in. This is massive, remember. This is Toronto, so we are going to have a teensy bit of lag. However, I'm still getting, on medium settings, 40 FPS, 45 FPS while recording, in a plane that has glass cockpit. Toronto's a pretty big city, so it's kind of quite amazing. It looks like there's some custom buildings and things, so it's pretty decent, really. So we're going to come in about 115 knots, just sort of straight ahead. We're going to look for the airport, and we're going to turn left. I quite like this TBM 930. Apparently there are a few bugs with the autopilot in this thing. I've never really done a full flight with it, but I've done a few landing challenges with it. It's the same one that it features in the St. Bart's landing challenge, and it's pretty decent, really. I'm quite a big fan of it. Anyway, oh, bit of a freeze there. As it's loading in, presumably all of Toronto. It's not too bad though. As I said, you had 42 FPS, 45 FPS in the centre of Toronto. We'll go full flaps now and put the gear down. But yeah, really, it's pretty good. We've got a 6-knot wind, as I saw in the menu there, so it's not too bad, really, on the wind. Just want to basically turn. Can't yet see the runway. It's only a 4,000-foot runway from what I remember. So not a massive runway, but this isn't a massive plane. Get a bit more power. We want to maintain about 85 knots now. Remember, if we look at the screen beforehand, so we'll just pitch the plane up a little bit, and can't actually see the airport just yet. We should be able to see it. Oh, there we go. I think I can see it on my PFD now. I'm not sure which runway we're landing on. It looks like there's two. I think we're landing on this one straight ahead. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's two runways. I think we're landing on that main one. To look onto this lighting makes it quite difficult to see anything, actually. Getting bounced around by the wind a little bit. I haven't actually got a wind indicator on here, because it's something you need to configure in the nav display, and obviously I haven't had time to change that, because we've just been spawned in like this. I'm slightly off course here, actually. I think I did overshoot the runway just a touch. I'm gonna start going idle now, because I want to bring it back to about 85 knots. Remember, we should have done that a bit early. I was a bit slow, and then I think I gave it a bit too much power. So we'll let the speed bleed off, and then basically just before touchdown, we want to just lift this thing up and let it coast onto the ground, and do as smooth as possible landing. Remember. Okay, pretty good then. Our ground roll probably isn't the best. But landing precision and FPM was probably pretty good, so I reckon that was an okay attempt. We'll stop here, and oh, nice! Landing precision was pretty much bang on, very smooth as well, but we were quite far off the centre line, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But you can see that I'm pretty happy with that. 880,000. Maybe let's do another attempt now. Maybe we can crack that 1 million. So I'll do one more attempt. It shouldn't be too long to load. Now remember, I haven't got the local cache working because it appears to be broken. The local cache, at least on my PC, on both of my PCs in fact. I want to keep some local cache in this game, and it's like there isn't enough space in the drive. I know there is. I've tried in both my SSD and my HDD. It's not having it for either of them, so clearly something has gone a little bit wrong with the whole local cache system in this game, but hopefully, I don't know, the patch is going to fix the issues with SimConnect, which is nice. And it's going to make, I think the next patch is mainly focusing on, I've been quite lucky with this, but a lot of people have had issues with installation. There have been quite a few bugs in this game with people getting it to install properly. I've been lucky. I haven't had a single issue. I've installed it on 3 PCs now, and I haven't had an issue with any of them. So I've been very lucky in that respect, because some people have not been able to get the game yet. So the patch has been delayed a bit, but it's still not too bad, is it really? Not too bad. Yeah, we're just sort of cruising along nicely. We'll bring the speed up to about 115 knots, and then we'll make the left turn. I don't know, we made it a little bit too late last time, because I don't know, this lighting makes it quite difficult to see that runway. And also, despite only being a 6-knot wind, it does appear to have a bit more of an effect on the aircraft than I'd have expected. But this time, instead of using my visuals out the window, I think I'm going to use the GPS a bit more. Obviously, we have got a glass cockpit in here, so we're allowed to see, we can see the runway on here and things. It's really cool. That's one thing, the G1000s and the G3000s in this game, the GPS systems are very well done. They could still have a few more features, but they're pretty good really for default aircraft. I mean, in terms of default aircraft, I'm not massively impressed with the airliners, but I'm pretty impressed with the actual general aviation. So private planes, things like Cessnas, this TBM, the Beechcraft, those sort of things. But you can see it go. We're now nicely on course on the runway, on our little things. We're going to bring back the power a little bit now. Gear down, flaps full, ready for landing. I'm going to let the speed bleed off to about 85 knots. We'll bring in a bit more power. And you can see there is our runway ahead. We'll press the spacebar key so we can actually see exactly what we're doing. Make it a little bit higher up in the cockpit. Yeah, I'm getting pretty good FPS though, still above 40, 45. Obviously, as I said, Toronto is a very dense area. You can see from all the buildings and the sea and the trees, and there's, this is Toronto's small airport. Remember, Toronto has got a much bigger main airport. Right, oh, hang on a minute, let's go ahead and idle this. I'm a little bit higher than I would have wanted. You can see there's the PAPI lights. There's only 2 PAPI lights, not the usual 4. So I guess we're looking for 1 white, 1 red, are we? Anyway, so we're coming now, and then we'll start pitching up a little bit. Quite sensitive to fly. Anyway, there we go, we'll let the speed bleed off now. Bit of a rough one, but the landing precision and the ground roll were definitely better. The ground roll actually wasn't that good. So that landing, I think, was worse than our first attempt, honestly. I think we're going to get about 600,000. Boom, 694,000. So the ground roll was much better, but then the landing precision was a bit off, and the landing smoothness was a bit off. Still 350 feet per minute, not bad. But I hope you guys did really enjoy this video. As always, I did 2 attempts, and that's it. We didn't quite get that million, but I'm pretty happy with, what was it, like 890,000? It's pretty good. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope you like and subscribe and comment and all the rest of it. Thank you guys for the support on these videos. I've gained 2 subscribers now, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot for me. And of course, the main thing, 270 views in 3.5 days. I'm recording this on the 31st of August, remember? So it's before the first patch. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!